Good evening and welcome to the ongoing sessions in the course Functional English to strengthen our everyday communication. Communicating in English is indeed a challenge for many. But then, taking up a challenge, facing a challenge, overcoming the challenge, and winning is a wonderfully exhilarating experience. It gives us a lot of happiness. Now, we at the Department of Youth Services are trying our level best to create that atmosphere of challenge for all of you to learn English. And we'll hold your hand for you to win this challenge. Not only as winners, you must have seen in the games field or in the area of sports. Winners, when they reach the finish line, there is a sense of victory. This is very well seen in the sports field. This is also seen for any achiever. And we want all of you to be achievers in being able to communicate effectively in English, being able to communicate confidently in English, being able to communicate extremely well in English. You will be able to do this only when you know that what you are doing is the right thing to do while communicating with others. We have seen in the previous sessions how all communication starts with asking and answering questions. As far as asking questions is concerned, we saw how there are four ways of asking questions depending upon what you actually want to do. Let me give you an example that we did earlier too. Are you living in Vijayawada? This is a question starting with an auxiliary verb, helping verb are, and this question is asked when you are seeking confirmation. Yes, no. Are you living in Vijayawada? Yes, I'm living in Vijayawada. If you want a yes or a no for an answer, this is a question that you ask. Where are you living? Now you have left the option or the choice to the person who's answering you. Where are you living? It can be anywhere. It can be any answer. The third one. You're living in Vijayawada, right? Now this again is to see if you happen to live in Vijayawada, perhaps I can come and meet you. And the last one, when you express either shock or surprise, how do you say that? You're living in Vijayawada. There is an upward inflection and a rise in tone, and you make a statement. Now, we've seen this, but very often, the open ended question, which follows the preliminaries of maybe a confirmation question, is a very important area for you to be able to communicate with. బాగా ధారాళంగా మాట్లాడాలన్నా లేదా ఇంకొకరికి ఎవరికైనా ఏదైనా ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ కనుక్కోవాలన్నా మనం కరెక్ట్ గా వాడవలసిన ప్రశ్న WH questions. The WH questions are very important questions. Now let me, look at what I have to say. Well, now this is what WH questions. So WH questions are. This is what a poet, Rudyard Kipling, said. Let me read out the first four lines of his poem. I keep six honest serving men. That is the title of the poem too. I keep six honest serving men. They taught me all I knew. Their names are what and why and when, and how and where and who. What does this mean? What does this mean? They are six honest serving men. They give us all the information that we need in communication. They are very honest. If you ask the correct question, if you are able to ask the correct question, you will be able to get all the information that you need. And they are the WH questions: what, where, and when, how, why, and who. Today, we are going to look at the WH questions in detail. Let's take a look at some of the questions before we move over. Now, here are a few questions. I want you to read them loudly wherever you are. Whether you're looking, with me live on Zoom, or whether you're following the lesson in YouTube live. I'd like you to read out the questions loudly at your own places, because voicing out words in English will help you in the long run to speak better in English. Let's take a look at the questions first. Where are you going? Why are you going to Ooty? What are you going to do there? What is the final plan for the trip? When is Hari going to finalize the plan for the trip? How is he fixing the dates for the trip? Now you see here there are a few questions: where, why, what, when, and how. What is important to notice here? Please check. Check the verb and its agreement with the subject. I'll use the mouse as a pointer, you can see it. What is the subject in the first question? Where are you going? You is the person who is actually doing the action of going, and you're asking, where are you going? The are is the verb that has to agree with you. Are going. Similarly, you are going. You again are. If it is he, she, it, it would become is. Why is he going to Ooty? If the subject is changed to he, it becomes is going. What is the final plan? The plan is the subject. It is singular and therefore is. The be forms is, was, is, are, and. They are present tense. Is for singular, are for plural, and am for am. So plan is singular. So is the final plan for the trip. Hari is singular number, therefore is going. He is singular, therefore is going. So the rule that you have to really understand is the verb always agrees with the subject. It has to agree with the subject. If the subject is singular, the verb has to take its singular form. If the subject is plural, the verb has to take its plural form. The exceptions in English are I and you in the present tense, which take the plural are even if they are singular. I is always singular. You, whether it is singular or more than one, it always takes are, which is the plural form. Now, having said this much, you must have seen that all the questions start with a question word. That is how a question starts. Now, take a look at the next slide. A very simple question. What did you want? Buy ante konadam. What did you buy? Now, if you take a look at this and see what are all the words here, what is a question word? Did is an auxiliary verb. ఈ రోజు సరికి మీరు auxiliary అన్న పదం నేర్చుకొని ఉండాలి ఎందుకంటే auxiliary అంటే helping verb. Helping verb అంటే ఏంటి? Be form, have form, do form, and more auxiliaries. More auxiliaries we have not done yet. We will do it in the upcoming sessions. Modal auxiliaries అంటే can, could, may, might, shall, will, would, should, must, ought to. ఇవి modal auxiliaries అంటారు. I'm repeating this again. I'm repeating it over and over so that all of you understand that there are two kinds of helping verbs. One, auxiliary verbs. Two, modal auxiliaries. Auxiliary verbs have three forms: the be form, have form, and the do form. Modal auxiliaries are many in number. We'll do this later. Now, for this part, did is the do form. What did you buy? Helping verb. You is the subject and the main verb buy. Take another question, but here the question is not a single verb, but it is a question phrase. Two or more than one word is a phrase. Now, look at it. How long? ఎన్ని వర్డ్స్ అవి? రెండు. How long? కానీ రెండు కలిపితే question word అయింది. So therefore, that is called a question phrase. How long is a question phrase? Have, helping verb or auxiliary verb. Subject, you is the subject. Being living is the main verb. Then దీంట్లో టెన్స్ కూడా ఉంది. ఎప్పటి నుంచి మీరు అక్కడ ఉన్నారు అని అడగాలి కాబట్టి have been living is the verb, but we insert the subject immediately after the helping verb. Now I want you to make a note of this and we'll see it even in the next slide. How do we make questions? Now this is a very important thing. Now look at this. Before we go into the details, ఇక్కడ మనం ముందు ఫస్ట్ పార్ట్ లో సెంటెన్స్ స్ట్రక్చర్ చూసుకుంటున్నాం. అసలు ఎలాగ కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేయాలి ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అన్నది ముందు చూస్తున్నాం. అది అయిన తర్వాత ఏ క్వశ్చన్ ఎప్పుడు వాడాలి అన్నది చూస్తాం. A combination of form and function. Sentence ఎలా కన్స్ట్రక్ట్ చేయాలి అన్నది form. That's called form. Now this form, how does it function? దేనికోసం ఈ ఫార్మ్ వాడతాము అన్నదాన్ని ఫంక్షన్ అంటాం. So correlation between form and function, when they go hand in hand, like the two, rails in the railway track, they have to go parallel only, and when they are set up parallelly, only then will the train not get derailed. రెండు సమానంగా ఉండాలి. రెండు ఒకదానికొకటి అడ్జస్ట్ అవుతూ ఉండాలి. అగ్రిమెంట్ ఉండాలి. Only then your English is right. So first we are looking at what is the construction of a question. Now look at this. He is coming is a statement that you have. Now you want to ask when. You put a follow. So the word used is when. When he is coming. I have repeated he is coming. When he is coming. That's not right. So what has happened in a question? We are bringing the question word forward before the subject he. When is he coming? Present tense, there is nothing, nothing very, very difficult about this, especially when you simply have is coming, when is he coming? So is coming, we give it a break, insert the subject here, bring the verb forward. I'll give you a few examples orally. They are sitting. Ekkada. Where are they sitting? He is coming tomorrow. When is he coming? Tomorrow's the answer. When is he coming? Now take a look at some other sentences where the changes are plenty. She comes late. She comes late. Now comes is a present tense verb. సాధారణంగా ఆమె లేట్ గానే వస్తుంది. So to say this, you want a reason as to why she comes late. So what is the question that you have to ask? You have to frame it with a why. Why she comes late? So can you say why she comes late? No. Why she does comes late? Then you want to ask the question. When you have a simple, the main verb in the question, it takes the help of an auxiliary verb. Helping verb todu undali question lo. So it takes the helping verb. So what is the helping verb that it takes? Now she is singular, one. Comes is present tense. ఈ రెండిటిని దృష్టిలో పెట్టుకుంటే ఏ హెల్పింగ్ వర్బ్ తీసుకోవాలి? డూ. ఏ హెల్పింగ్ వర్బ్ ఇక్కడ బి ఫామ్ లేదు, హ్యావ్ ఫామ్ లేదు. ఇవి రెండు లేనప్పుడు ఏది తీసుకుంటాము? డూ ఫామ్ తీసుకుంటాం. I'll repeat. When in a sentence you do not have a helping verb which is a be form, is, are, am, was, were, ఈ ఐదు లేనప్పుడు, లేదా had, has, had, ఈ మూడు లేనప్పుడు, ఈ ఐదు మూడు ఎనిమిది లేనప్పుడు సెంటెన్స్ ని నెగటివ్ చేయాలన్నా, సెంటెన్స్ ని క్వశ్చన్ రూపంలో అడగాలన్నా, we have to insert the do form. I hope I've been clear. Insert the do form when you do not have any other helping verb such as the be form, have form, or modal auxiliaries. So what be form will you add here? She is singular. Comes as present tense. So what is the present tense form of do? Do, does. Does is for singular. Do is for plural. So she is singular, we insert does. Why she does comes late. But this question is incorrect. If you ask a question like that, it is incorrect. The reason is when we use a modal auxiliary or the helping verb do, did, or does, the verb remains in its basic form. Come to the basic form. Come play. Come is coming. Come has been coming. Come was coming. So from come, we get all the every verb that you get from coming, like is coming, was coming, has been coming, had come. The come, came, come, the three forms of the verb come. Come is the base form. When we have the do forms, we use the base form. When does she come? Why does she come late? You're asking a reason. So why does she come late? We are bringing the do form before the subject and we use the base form of the verb. I hope I've been clear. Let's move on to another structure and see. Now, he is coming is the present continuous form. He came is the past tense. ఎప్పుడో వచ్చాడు. వస్తున్నాడు, వచ్చేసాడు. He came. So we want to find out when, ఎప్పుడు వచ్చాడు. Therefore, we have to ask the question when. When he came. Many of us ask a question like this, when he came. But then that is not correct at all. So, when he came, there is no helping verb. In this sentence, you have a helping verb is, but in this sentence, you do not have a helping verb. When you do not have a helping verb, what do you use? We use the do form. Therefore, this is past tense. What is the past tense in the do form? Did is the past tense. So when he did came, correct? No. Let you cannot use the subject here. You have to bring the did before the subject. So when did he came? Is it correct? Again, where is mistake? When we use the do form, we cannot change the form of the verb, the main verb. It has to be in its base form. When did he come? So, what do we learn from here? What have we learned from here? In a question, we start with a question word. Then we should have an auxiliary helping verb, either is or are or were or was or have or has. If there is no helping verb at all, then we use the do forms depending upon the subjects, whether it is singular or plural, and also depending upon the action, tense, when did the action occur. ఇప్పుడు నేను మాట్లాడుతూ ఉంటే the action, when did it occur? Yesterday, or is it now, or is it going to occur tomorrow? Happen tomorrow. Depending upon the relationship between these two, when the sentence is made and when the action is has either occurred, happened, is happening, or will happen. Based on these two, the number in the subject, the person in the subject, and the tense, we use the auxiliary helping verb followed by the actual subject. Then the main verb and the rest of the sentence can be very, very long. It just does not matter. If you have these three parts correct, then your question is bound to be correct. Now take a look at this. But this, you have seen what is right and what is wrong. I want you to remember this carefully because you will be asked a few questions, and I hope all of you give me the correct responses when I open the chat. Take a look at this. There are four main parts in a question. We are still with form. We have not moved over to function. Question word. What are the four main parts? 1, 2, 3, and 4. Question word. Helping verb or a modal verb. It can be a modal verb or it can be a helping verb. Be form, have form, or do form. Subject and main verb. Take a look at the example. Where do you live? I'm leaving it open for you to see. Look at the slide for some time, just maybe a minute before I move on. The subject can be I, you, we, name, he, she, it, first person, second person, third person, or any proper noun or common noun. That can be the subject. Action word. The more and more and more action words you learn, the better is going to be your communication. Now look at it. ఇంతవరకు ఫామ్ చూసాం ఎలా ఉంటుంది ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అసలు ఏ వర్డ్ ఎప్పుడు రావాలి ఎక్కడ రావాలి but equally important is what do you want to actually say? You want to say something, right? What is it that you want to ask? Are you asking the right question? So let's take a look at When to use what? Again, even for this, we need a question. Without a question, we cannot even move forward in our communication. I've said when to use what. ఈ ఒక్క సెంటెన్స్ లోనే వెన్ ఉంది వాట్ అంటే అర్థం ఏంటి? ఎప్పుడు ఏ క్వశ్చన్ వర్డ్ వాడాలి, మనం ఏం అడగాలనుకుంటున్నాం, ఇది అడగాలి అనుకున్నప్పుడు దానికి తగిన క్వశ్చనే అడుగుతున్నామా లేదా? Are we asking the right kind of question by using the correct word, the question word? So when do we use which question word has always been, a confused part. More importantly, when it comes to a long question, how are you is a very simple question. Ask a question with what? The first question that any one of you would ask is, what is your name? It is so, you have heard it so often. Okay, another question with what? What are you doing? Another question with what? Uh, what? What is this? Another question with what? We are clean board. We do not know what to ask, what to ask and how to ask the next question with what. So our vocabulary, our sense of communication always stops at one point. So until and unless we increase our vocabulary in terms of subjects, that is all the things around us, nouns, common nouns, abstract nouns, everything, and verbs, action words, we will not really be able to communicate effectively. But let's take a quick look at how to use this question word when. What is the actual concept? You can see a diagram here. You can see a picture here. The boy is reading. But what is he thinking? I want to close my book now. When can I go out and do a bit of cycling? Or when can I play? When can I play? Is perhaps what he's thinking. Now read these questions loudly along with me if you want to. When is the answer to this? I'm giving you a word answer. It can be given as a sentence, it can be given as a word or two, especially when we are talking at 10 a.m. The meeting is at 10 a.m. When is the meeting? Read along with me. When are you coming? I'm coming on Sunday. On Sunday. When is the wedding? It is on Wednesday from 9 p.m. onwards, or from 9 p.m. onwards on Wednesday. When is the next class? Obviously, on Thursday. Now here, take a look at all these. At 10 a.m. on Sunday, on Wednesday, on Thursday, from 9 p.m. onwards. What are all these? What do they indicate? క్యాలెండర్లో డేట్ చూసినప్పుడు లేదా వాచ్లో టైం చూసినప్పుడు what are we looking at? What are we looking for? We are looking for the time of the event. So when we ask the question when we want to find out the time an event occurs, a time when an event has happened, a time when an event will happen if it is the future. So when will give you answers to time. Or if you want to find out about time, you start the question with when. Where? Now look at the picture again. There is a little girl. I can build up a story on this. She and her cat are good friends. One day she could not find her cat and she's searching. Where is my cat? And where do you find the cat? It is up on a tree and the girl has not really seen it. Now Let's take a look at some questions. Where are you from? Srikakulam. Where is the bedroom? It is in the cupboard. Where are you going? To the market. Where do you get water here? Normally, we tend to buy water these days. Our Bisleri water or mineral water, as we call it. Where do you get water here? You can get it at a medical store. From Srikakulam, cupboard, market, medical store. What are all these? At the medical store, to the market, in the cupboard. What are all these? They are all places where you can find something or where somebody is staying. So, where you use the question word where when you want to find out about a place. When you want to find out, ఇక్కడ నేను ఒక ప్లేస్ గురించి వేర్ అడగాలి. Remember, where answers the place. When you ask the question with where, you'll get as an answer some place. So if you want to find out about something, some place, which question should you start with? Where. Take a look at the next one. How many have you finished till now? We've finished when and we've finished where. Now, what is a wonderfully tricky question? I will also give you a small, a funny way of asking what and how it was responded, a little conversation where what has been confused in the Western world. Now, what? Take a look at this picture. Now, here is something which this boy, I'm in the art gallery, the boy is looking at and he does not understand what it is. What is that? Now, this, he's simply lost. Look at his expression also, he's simply lost. What is your birthday? Now, this is asking for information. Nothing much, only a party at home. COVID, can't go out, and anything, can't eat everything and anything that is cooked outside. So nothing much, only a party at home. What do plants give us? We've learned from school, they give us oxygen. What is this? This is the table. What is this? This is the table. What have you been doing last week? Interesting. Mostly reading and watching TV. But you look at the answers, take a look at the answers. ఏం చేశారు ఇది ఏంటి అవేంటి సాయి ఏంటి the question ఏంటి in Telugu is what we mean by what. So what you have to ask the question what, starting with the question word what, when you want to get information about ideas, about actions, and about any other objects, about objects. Now, what is a very, very important question word which can give us a lot of information about anything. What is this book about? What are you trying to tell me? Any question, it's very, very easy to form with what, because most of the time we do ask this question what. ఏంటి అదేంటి ఇదేంటి ఇది ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చింది అది ఎక్కడి నుంచి వచ్చింది ఇది ఎంత కొన్నారు. See, we have a series of questions when it comes in Telugu. And all these we should be able to ask even in English very, very fluently. And the next question, how? Again, the picture is very, very meaningful. You see this boy, he's so surprised because another boy is flying in the sky with a Superman's costume. How? So how? Take a look at the question. How are you? I'm fine. How are the children using the books? They are using them well. What is the treatment at this hospital? Very good. How will you gather the information that you want for your research? Quite a long question. In the long question, ఎందుకు ఇచ్చానో చెప్తాను. How is the question word? You is the subject. Will gather is the verb. So even if the question is so long, what is important here is how do you start a question with the question word, the auxiliary verb, modal auxiliary, will, subject, and the main verb gather. If you get these four parts correctly, you are bound to get a question correct. You'll use it correctly. The rest, the information that you want for the research that has been going on for the past 3 years, you can elongate the question in length because all the information that you want, you can go extending as long as you start the question correctly. So we'll use the survey through a questionnaire. I'll gather information by using a survey through a questionnaire. Survey and questionnaire అంటే ఒక సిరీస్ ఆఫ్ క్వశ్చన్స్ ఇచ్చి 10 మందికి నింపమని వాళ్ళ ఆన్సర్స్ ని స్టడీ చేయడం సర్వే అంటారు. So I'm just giving you, explaining the meanings of words that you might find difficult. But then the focus is I'm fine. How are you? I'm fine. The manner in which I am. How are the children using the books? Using them well. Well. The manner in which they are using. How is the treatment in this hospital? Excellent. Very good. The manner in which the hospital is treating patients. Now, what does the question how answer? Or why do we use this how? We use it to find out about the manner in which an action has been done, or a manner in which the subject has performed the action, or the method in which the subject has performed the action. Now that we move on to another important question. Why? What is why? Look at the picture again. There are two children, both growing plants. The boy's plant has grown tall, while the other girls, it is a tiny plant. So she wants to know why her plant has not grown. Now, let me tell you, this question why is the question for all research to happen. This question why is a question that all children ask more than what is this? Why this? Why not this? Now, why the why question is the heart of one's growth. Then let's see how we ask this question. Why is she always late? Because she has to take care of her mother who is ill. She is always late. That's all. The three dots indicate that there are words before this. She is always late because she has to take care of her mother who is ill. Why are children becoming obese these days? Again, this word obese is not new to you. While describing people, we did use this word obese. Obese is very stout, very fat, very plump, very healthy, overweight, over healthy. So why are children becoming obese these days? Because they have stopped playing outdoor games. Because children don't play outside, they do not run, they do not jump, they do not hop. Many of the outdoor games are lost to children today. Most of them sit with their video games, sit and play the video game. Therefore, this could be one reason why children have become obese today. And the third one, common one, the perhaps I can ask you, why are you afraid to speak in English? Because I think I make mistakes. This could be your answer, one of your answers. So, here, why are you afraid to speak? If you look at the answers, when do you ask a why question? You ask a why question to get a reason for something. Because I think. Why are you writing? I'm writing because I want to practice writing in English. Why am I teaching? I'm teaching because I want to, tell all those who are viewing this channel or all those who are seated on the other side, to tell you, that we can speak confidently if we know how to go about practicing English. So, reasons. And the next question is who? Look at the picture again. Somebody has broken this flower vase and she is asking, who broke it? And if you look at both the children, I don't know. Not me, I don't know. Must be one of them, but this is how all children react. So, who? When do we ask this question? Who are they? They are farmers. Who is coming as a chief guest for the annual day? A noted social worker, Sri. Any name that you want to name. Who is going to cook today? Mother as usual. Inka casual ka analytic. Mom as usual. And working on this project. Mr. Harish is working on the project. If you notice, the answer to the word who, question word two, farmers, social worker, mother, Mr. Harish. All these are, or they are either a person or people. Plural of person is people. So whenever you want to ask a question as to who is involved, the person, you want to know the person's name or the person's identity, people's identity, we use the word who. When. Now very quickly, a recap of everything that we did till now. When is for time. Where is for place. How is for manner or method. Why is for reason. What is to get an answer regarding an object or an idea or an action. Who is for a person. But then you must also know that these are not the only questions that we hear in our everyday communication or even when we write a letter or even in official communication. Have you not heard the question which? Have you not heard the question how many? How much? How often? How far? How long? Yeah, they are all question phrases, and we'll take a very quick look at them because these are the different kinds of questions that we ask in our day to day life. And you should learn to ask them as much as you can. More questions. How much is generally for quantity. How much rice should I eat? You cannot really count rice, but it is a quantity. So how much is used for quantity? How many for number? Remember this. How much for quantity? Price of an article. How much is this? And how many is for number? How many of you are coming for the picnic. It's a definite head count, 50, 40, 30, or just 10, anything. How long? Duration or time period. How long is the course? You might be wondering, how long is this functional English course? It is a 30-day long course. So duration or the time period. How far? Distance. How far is the station from here? Whose? This is generally the object of the verb. Whose book is this? To whom does it belong to? Who? Talking to. This is the object who takes the place of a subject. Who talks to whom? Harish talks to Shiva. So Shiva is the whom, is the object of the verb talks. Which one? When you want to make a choice, which dress should I wear? Formal or casual? When you want to ask a question, when you want to give somebody a choice to select between two, or even among many, you say which one. So these are the quick questions. How much? How many? How long? How far? Whose? Whom? And which one? Okay. Now, here is the quiz now for you. Are you all ready? I hope all of you are ready. I hope all of you are following. Now, I have two columns. In column A, I have a few answers, few question starters, openers. Match the question starters. For example, the members are coming tomorrow. Which question can you ask starting from which of these? Very, very quickly, I'm just giving you maybe 10 seconds or maybe a little more, 30 seconds time to do this matching exercise fast. Take a notebook and pencil and start writing one answer A, B, C, or D, two, whatever is the answer, so that you can check it up later. I hope you're finished. Check your answers now. The members are coming tomorrow. When? She comes to class neatly dressed. How? They should bring books and pens to class. What? Sarah is coming from Hyderabad. Where? The medicine costs 30 rupees. How much? Sham is very angry. I think I've changed this. I've shortened this. Sham said that she was very angry. Who? I've shortened this to save space. Now, if you were to get these answers, what are the questions that you should ask? When are the members coming? When does she come to class? What should they bring to class? Where is Sarah coming from? How much is this medicine? Who was very angry? Sham said that she was angry. Who is very angry according to Sham? Now, I hope you all got it right. How many of you have got it right? I'm opening the chat section now. How many of you have got it right? How many questions were there? Six, six on six. I opened the chat. How many of you have got 6 on 6? Five, maximum all correct. Just six for fun. Oh, to see. Okay, very good. All right, excellent. Although the questions have been very simple, or very well. That all of you have got almost all the questions right. Excellent. I'm very happy that most of you have got the 6 on 6. That is really good. 4 questions right. Actually, when you take a look at this, each question can have one or two, more than one, because this is a matching. I'm giving you the option of only one. For example, they should bring books and pens to class. What should they bring? Books and pens. Follow up. Why should they bring books and pens to class? It can go on in conversation. One question leads to the next. Now, another quiz for you. Very, very simple actually. Now, here are a few questions that I have given you. I just want you to say whether it is correct or incorrect. That's all. I don't even want you to change it to, if it is a wrong question, I don't even want you to change it. I just want you to identify if the question is correct or not correct. Ready? Now take a look at this. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 questions. Let me see how many of you get all correct. Why you cried last night? What he wants. How does the little boy laugh? Didn't you knew he was stupid? Why he not coming now? Now by now I think you would have identified, each one, whether this is correct or not. Let's check the answers. Let's see. Why you not cried? Why you cried last night? This is not the correct way to ask a question. What is the correction here? What is the mistake here? Why you cried? Why should be followed by an auxiliary verb? Cried. There is no is or was or are or have. So you have to use the do form. Cried last night, past tense. So why did you cried? No. When you use the verb, auxiliary verb in a question, we use the base form of cried. Cried, cried, cried. Why did you cry last night? Simple. It's not at all difficult. You just have to know what to do. What he wants, Again, the helping verb is missing here. What he wants. What wants. No helping verb, no be form, no have form. So we should use the do form. He is singular. So what is the do form? Does. What does he what? No. Want is the base form ఏంటి? Wants. Want is the base form. So what does he want? How does the little boy laugh? Wonderful. There's no error at all. Question word, helping verb, subject, and main verb in its base form. Didn't you knew he was stupid? Didn't. This is the yes no question. Didn't you? Intavaraku baane undi. When you use the word do, does, or did, new should be in the base form. New came to no, K-N-O-W. So didn't you know he was stupid is the correct form. Why he not coming now? Why he not coming now? So coming parvaledi. What is missing here? Auxiliary verb is missing. Why? Coming. Now. This is the indicator. Now it is present tense. So we have to use why is he not coming now? Why? Coming is in the progressive tense. Continuous form lo undi. Continuous form lo unnappudu edi vadali? Be form vadali. So therefore, why he is singular. So why is he not coming now? If you look at, do a lot of exercises. There are so many available in either grammar books or in the internet. Correction of questions. Just Google search, take a series of questions, follow this rule. Follow this rule. Question word, auxiliary verb, subject, and main verb. Question verb, when there is no auxiliary, use the do or does or did. If there is a continuous tense like coming, we use the be form. So be very careful, do a lot of exercises, and the more and more you practice, the better and better it is for you. You should be able to use this basic question form correctly, because this is conversation starter. ఎప్పుడైనా ఒక క్వశ్చన్ అడిగితే తప్ప కాన్వర్సేషన్ స్టార్ట్ అవ్వదు. హలో హాయ్ తోటి ఎప్పుడు కంటిన్యూ అవ్వదు. యూ హ్యావ్ టు ఆస్క్ ఎ క్వశ్చన్. సో లెట్స్ సీ హియర్. So having asked a question, another quiz. Now it's time to play a game now. I'm always ready to play a game, but I only hope you ask me the right kind of questions. And here, there are question words. How much, where, how long, when, how many, how old. I've struck it off. Please don't ask me the question, how old are you? Because never ask a lady her age. What time, how, who, which, what, why, whose, how often, how far. You can use any of these question words that you learned till now. I open the chat box for you. Now I am open to questions from you. I want you to ask me the question. Only if your question is correct, I answer. Otherwise, I will not answer. You can start typing your question. You can ask any information that you want regarding me. So this is the only opportunity I'm giving you to ask a lot of questions about me. From, what is your name? I answer almost all questions. Please type your question here. Use the question words what, where, when, why, how long, how much, except how old. You can ask any question. I'm open. Where are working? I'll not answer that question because you have missed out the subject. Where are you working? So I'll not answer the question. Where are you working? I am working in the Department of Technical Education, Government of Andhra Pradesh. How are you? I'm fine. So why is he singing? That's not a question to me. I want you to ask me questions. It's direct communication. You can ask me a question and I answer you directly live. Where do you live? I live in Vijayawada. Why couldn't we ask how old are you? You shouldn't ask a lady her age, but nevertheless, it doesn't really matter. I'm 59 years old. How is your feeling by taking these sessions, ma'am? You feel wonderful because, even without your presence directly in the class with me, I still feel I'm interacting with you. This is a new experience. How much experience do you have in teaching? Since I'm 59 years old, I started my career in my 20s, so I put in nearly 30 years of experience. How long are you in this field? Good question. I am in this field for quite a long time, 30 years. Why are you teaching excellent? Is that a question? That's a compliment. I hope that's a compliment. What's your mother tongue, man? Telugu is my mother tongue. No, why is she dancing? No, Allah, no she. It is just me. You have to ask me. What is your native place? Srikakulam is my native place. How long it was? Incorrect question. What is your favorite color? 8 shades of red. They are all my favorite. Where are you from? I'm from Vishakhapatnam. I finished my graduation from Sri Sathya Sai Institute of High Learning, Anantapur. Who is your favorite what? Where are you going? I'm not going anywhere. I'm right now in the studio. What is your ambition? My ambition is to reach out to as many students as possible. Which language will you? Incorrect. What is your favorite language, ma'am? I don't have any favorite language. Telugu is my favorite language. When your appointment is your wrong question, when auxiliary is missing, stage 3. How can we improve our English speaking skills, ma'am? You can improve your English speaking skills by only one method. Think in English, practice English. From where are you? Teaching class. Now, I'm taking this class from the studios of the Department of Youth Services. Who is your inspiration, ma'am? My father. How many languages do you know, ma'am? I know 5 languages. When is your appointment, ma'am? You mean my job? It was in 91. Who is inspired? Wrong question. G. Jhansi, correct your question. What's your favorite color, ma'am? Same question. You didn't hear me then. Will you talk in Telugu now, please? Yeah, good question. Maatladaganu. But I'm reading your questions that are in English. How long will you be a source to learners? Which subject do you like? Do you like math? I like mathematics. Why is this class ends? Where are you from? What is your favorite dish? My favorite dish is pongal, which is a very good dish made in Tamil Nadu. Why are you interested in speaking English? It's not interest. To teach English, therefore I have to speak in English. Which person did you like more? Do you like or did you like? What is the thing that inspired you to take English class? You, students, you are my inspiration. What's your favorite place now? Any place in the hills is my favorite place. Any hilly region is my favorite place. Which curry do you like? I've been brought up to eat all curries. So I don't even know which is my favorite. What is your hobbies? And my please change your question. Hobbies is plural, therefore it should be what are your hobbies? My hobbies are doll making, gardening, singing. Don't ask me to sing now. Where did you born? No, where were you born? I was born in Chennai. Why you chose to teach English? No, why did you choose? Kavya, check your question. Are you from graduate family, ma'am? Yes. My father was a professor. What will make you happy? When you speak in English very well, it will make me happy. Who is your favorite writer? Nobody. No, I don't have any favorite writer. What is your mother tongue? Telugu is my mother tongue. Same question, what's your favorite color? Are you sang, ma'am, in any past situation? No. First, who's this? Sindhu, change your question. Are you sang, ma'am? No. Okay, your question is not right. Can you repeat your question? Sindhu. Why Sindhu? Repeat your question. How much is your sari cost? 3,000 rupees. When did you join? See, when have you joined? In my career, I joined in 1991. How to attempt the assignments, ma'am? The link is given below. Please follow the link. What is your inspiring quote? Stop not till the goal is reached. Why you choose English to teach young people? Because all of you need to learn English. Telugulo baga matladali, alagi English lo kuda baga matladali. That is why I chose it. How can we overcome public speaking like you might? Speak, speak, speak. Take every opportunity to speak in English, then you will do very well. Who did you like more in the family? I like everybody in the family. I can't choose between two eyes, mom and dad. They are both are my eyes. So how can I choose? What is your goal? At 59, what will be my goal? It will be to live peacefully and happily is my goal. Do you refer for better inspiration now? Inspiration, I cannot refer. You have to have your inspirational person. When was assessment 4, ma'am? Assessment 4 has been given. I think many of you, nearly 1,339 people have attempted assignment 2. When did you buy your mobile, ma'am? I bought my mobile very early. My first mobile was a Motorola mobile when it first came into market. Now you can Google search and see when Motorola introduced mobiles. What is your best memory in your teaching? Since it is a memory, I'll have to think and answer. There are very many memories. Best memory, I'll have to respond later. How many years are you working in this field? How many years are you are working? Check the question. Which songs do you like? I like all songs sung by Arjit Singh. How do you learn your childhood? No. Please check that. How many hours do you spend in a day to prepare for the lessons? That's a wonderful question and very well framed, Vijay Lakshmi. I really congratulate you. I will see your question, Vijay Lakshmi. How many hours do you think it will take me to prepare this lesson? Or how many hours do you think I will take to prepare this lesson? This is a question to Vijay Lakshmi. I'd like you to answer. Ma'am, are you preparing food in your house? Yes, I cook at home. What is the funniest thing in your life? When I fell off my bike. That is the funniest thing. Because I laughed when I fell. When have you felt the most challenged? I don't know. I don't remember, a challenging situation where I have felt lost. Every time, anything new came up, I was always willing to take it. Vijay Lakshmi, you have not given me your question, an answer to my question. When have you felt most challenged? You like very much in your parents. Please tell one person only. Why? How can I say that? I love both my mother and father. Not one more than the other. How do you feel in teaching, ma'am? I feel excellent. I feel very, very happy. Okay. Now, I'm stopping the chat and I'm waiting for a question here to an answer from Vijay Lakshmi. Stopping the chat now. That was really good. I enjoyed the way you people gave the questions. Please do the correction here. All of you type the question, look back at the question that you typed, or you know the question that you asked. There must be a question word. Many of you have asked where, when, what. But why have you not asked me any why questions? Those are the questions that are difficult to answer. All said and done, all questions start with a question word. What, where, when, why, how much, how many, whom, whose. Then the auxiliary verb, helping verb, either be form or have form or do form, or an auxiliary. Then the subject, and then the main verb, and the tense in the main verb, depending upon what you do to ask. Verb has to agree with the subject in terms of number, in terms of tense, singular, plural, and person, first person, second person, or third person. So, since you asked me so many lovely questions and I tried answering as many as I could, I should thank you for asking me so many questions so promptly, so spontaneously. I'm so happy that you're responding so well. So, here's something that I want you to read and enjoy. Sometimes questions can be very tricky. Questions can be very straightforward, but answers can be very, very funny. They make you laugh. And here is one conversation which I'm sure you will enjoy. What is this question? Where do you live? A police friend asked, where do you live? And I answered, with my parents. Police. Where does your parents live? Question tappu. Where do your parents live? More than one kabatti. Where do your parents live? My answer, with me. Where do you live? Together. Where is your house? Next to my neighbor's house. Where is your neighbor's house? If I tell you, you won't believe me. Tell me. It's my house. And here, have I answered? Have I given the policeman the address? Now this is good. This is really cheeky, smart answering, where I'm not actually saying. This is just to make you laugh. I don't know. I can't see you laughing, so I hope you laugh. And here, to finish it off, now look at the way the what and not is very confusing in English. Take a look at this. Hello, are you there? Yes. Who are you, please? W-A-T-T is the name. What is my name? Yes. What's your name? My name is John what? John what? Yes. Are you Jones? No, I'm not. N-O-T-T. The not is understood as N-O-T. Will you tell me your name then? Will not. Why not? My name is not. Not what? Not what? Not what? Now look at the trickiness that they have used with the simple question, not and what. And I thank all of you for being on the other side. And all the learners, we encourage you to participate more and more. The previous assignment, nearly 1,339 students have responded. But it's very important that you follow up this session with the assignment so that we can keep track of you. Please subscribe to AP Youth Services so that you will get all notifications for all useful classes. Apart from the functional English sessions, you will get all information regarding everything that is done for the sake of the youth of Andhra Pradesh by the Department of Youth Services. Thank you so much, and we'll meet again on Thursday. Bye bye till then.